Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Sirio Farrell, the first sword of Bravos, and you are watching the AFK show. Just so.
My name is Josh Starnes. I'm a film critic for ComingSoon.net. I'm the president of the Houston Film Critics Society, and I'm going to assume everyone here is a Lost Girls fan. Am I right? All right. So this is going to be largely Q&A. So if you look over, you see this mic right here in the middle. If you have a question you'd like to ask, just come right up, stand in line, talk directly into the microphone, and we'll try to get through everything anybody has, anything you've ever wondered about Lost Girl. So, without further ado, if you'll all give me a big round of applause to welcome Miss Ksenia Solo. Wherever you want.
Right here?
Okay.
Hi. I'm so used to having my co-stars next to me, but I know you guys will take good care of me, right? Okay, good. You guys having fun? Oh, come on, that didn't sound enthusiastic. Thank you. Yay, there we go. Okay.
So, is there anything anyone is dying to ask? I see somebody's already.
Ooh la la. Hello.
So Bo has, like Lauren, she is like Dyson. You, as Kenzie, have preferred her with Dyson most of the series. Who do you, as an actor, prefer her with? Like, who would you like to see her with at the end?
You're like putting me on the hot seat.
I'm
Jeez.
sorry. I'm just dying to know.
Well, oh my God, echo. I love working with Anna, Zoe, and Chris for different reasons. They all are very gifted actors, so they bring out something different in you, and obviously the relationship with all three are very different. So I'm sorry I can't pick one, but Anna and I have spent a lot of time together from day one, and it's been many, many years of awesome Bo-Kenzie time, so that's something that I will always cherish. And Zoe and Chris are, amazing. So I'm so sorry that I can't pick a team.
Okay.
But yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, wow, that's loud.
I know, right?
Okay.
Is this better? Like if I just talk like this?
No, we can't hear you at all.
Okay. All right, back to the echo mic.
Okay. My question is, how much of Kenzie is you? How much of Kenzie is the writers, the directors? Like, she seems so different from everybody else on the show. Like, what's the amalgamation and how you bring her out and find her and present her to us every week?
That's a very good question. I think it's a mix of everything, and through the years, the longer you play a character, the more this person kind of, if I can be so poetic, like seeps into your skin and your blood and everything and just becomes you. You really grow along with the character. So when I started the show, I think it was a lot of the writing and the directing and the vision that Jay Firestone and Michelle Lovretta had, who created these amazing characters. And then through the years, the more kind of comfortable I got and the more I got to know Kenzie, the more it was me kind of bringing my own flavor to her. So it's really a mix of everything. I'm really lucky that I get to say really funny, cool things, and then kind of put my own flair on it. Thank you.
Well, I don't know about everybody else, but I know it's a show, but I'm actually kind of really relieved to see you after the finale.
Thank you. I'm alive.
I know. I'm like, oh my God. But actually, just in relation to that finale, I don't know how much the show watches them, but I make fan videos, and you actually tweeted one of the ones I made about Kenzie and Hale.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to know, like, what do the cast think? Because you guys all seem very open. I've had Chris tweet me and things like that. You guys seem very open to the fan videos. What do you think of them?
I think they're awesome, and the fact that you guys are so inspired to make a video. I love editing videos myself. Like, I just make them for my friends. I make little movies. It's like one of my favorite things to do. So I know how much time and work goes into it, and you really have to be inspired and love it to dedicate that time to making those videos. So we love them and are so humbled whenever we see them, because it's just, you know, a representation of how much you guys love these characters. So for me, it's nothing but joy to watch them. So thank you.
Oh yeah, thanks for watching them. I made one for a Kenzie tribute too after the finale.
Ooh, okay, I gotta see this one.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
How much fun was it to do the ballroom dancing scene?
Oh my God, so much fun. It wasn't ballroom, it was tango, which I had never done before, which the boys had never done before. And even though they've got good grooves and you know, lots of swagger, you know, they started with like 2 left feet. Shh, don't tell them I said that. And the process was really, really tough. And the fact that we had no doubles, it was just all us, and we did the dance from start to finish. So it did feel like we were on Dancing with the Fae, because it was like 2 days filming that scene of just nonstop, start to finish. But it was an absolutely incredible experience, and one of my favorite, I think, ever on the show.
It was absolutely wonderful. How long did it take you to train for that?
Well, for normal people, it would have taken, you know, anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. We had maybe like 4 or 5 rehearsals that were very long and very intense. So it's a miracle that we accomplished anything, but we had an amazing choreographer who really kicked our butts, and when we didn't think we could do any of what we did, she made sure that we didn't give up and survived through the blisters and the concussions and the twisted ankles and all that, but it was worth it. Thank you. Well, hello.
What's going on, little
I
mama?
know you. Hey, Papa. What's up?
What's up? On behalf of all sirens, I want to say. Okay.
You do got swagger. Look at you.
I try. As we see through the certain season finales, specifically, and everyone, Hell at some point comes to your rescue. How did you enjoy, and how did you like the way that Kenzie comes in the last season finale and basically saves everyone?
I'm so sorry. Because of this echo, I did not hear what you said. Can you
Okay.
say it again without the mic?
Okay, specifically, in certain season finales, Hell comes.
Who's calling you? You tell them you're busy right now. Give me the phone. Give me the phone. Yeah.
How do you feel about about you basically saving everyone in the season finale?
Okay.
How did you enjoy that?
Thank you. Now I heard you. Listen, I think we all want to have purpose in our lives, and I think for Kenzie specifically, being the loyal friend that she is, she couldn't just sit around and do nothing, and I very much admire that quality in her. So, you know, everything felt very epic and heroic, but I think that's not what Kenzie was focused on and not what I was focused on. It was more about just how much she loved her friends and that she finally felt like she had a purpose in life, which she didn't feel like she had for a very long time. And that's why she kind of got herself into trouble, just trying to look for, you know, that reason why she is where she is and why she is who she is. So I think in that moment she found herself. So it was really sad, but kind of really beautiful at the same time. Okay, give me the phone. I'm going to answer this. Okay, ready? Hello? Hello? Hi. Hi, my name is Ksenia. We're doing a panel, and you keep calling and interrupting your friend. Okay, well, I will pass along the message. Okay, have a good day. Okay, bye.
I never got that yes.
Now he knows.
Hi, Ksenia.
Hi.
My phone is on silent. Just that won't happen with me. I just wanted to ask, like, speaking of sci-fi shows with strong, badass female characters, starring great Canadian actors, are you a fan of Orphan Black at all? Do you watch it? Would you consider like a Lost Girl Orphan Black crossover?
That would be awesome. I love sci-fi and fantasy and comic books and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, who would we cross over with? Who would you want to see us cross over with?
I wasn't prepared for a follow-up question. I have no idea.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, sorry, I'm so nervous.
That's okay. I'm nervous too.
Okay, good.
We can all be nervous together.
So my friend actually told me to watch the show because she says I act exactly like Kenzie. So I just love your portrayal of Kenzie so much. And my question is, what's your favorite outfit of Kenzie's?
Oh God.
Yeah, I know.
That's
it's a
like
big
asking
one.
you that's like asking me what my favorite jelly bean is in like a bucket of awesome jelly beans. Let me think. I had a lot of fun when I went undercover as like the trailer trash girl with my monster truck thong. I don't know. I always say like I love the jeans Kenzie wears. They're by a company called Heart Attack, and I actually like to order some for myself as well because I find them really awesome. You know, all the leather jackets we have, and a lot of the pieces are custom made. And again, anytime I go undercover, whether it's, you know, like Angel, who that was a little daunting, walking around with like giant wings and hitting everyone in the face, which was not smooth or sexy at all. Or what? Okay, done. Should we go right now? I don't. October, okay. Yeah, all of it. I'm so sorry, it's hard to pick.
That's okay. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Can I follow up on that? Has your style changed any now that you've done that? Because this seems like a very kind of Kenzie look. Is your look very different now?
You know what? I actually think this shirt that I'm wearing, I totally stole from Kenzie's closet. I just realized. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. I try to steal all her clothes. They don't let me. Hi.
Hi. Well, on the note of fashion, Kenzie could actually cross over on Orphan Black by helping them disguise as each other and giving them wigs. So.
I don't know what you just said, and I want to know what you just said. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, try again.
No. Okay, anyway, my question was related to the last one. Those shoes, do you love it or hate it?
Those shoes?
The ones that she's always wearing with the huge
Oh, my shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, I love them.
You love them?
And we always joke that I've run through forests and gravel and snow and sand, like what I have not run through in those shoes. And every year they're like, Ksenia, maybe we should get you new boots. And I'm like, no. These shoes have seen it all. So we keep the shoes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I had an earache on the plane, and I think that's why I'm like half deaf today. So please excuse me if I'm very annoying and ask you to ask me again.
One thing I was wondering about, with sci-fi, you get a lot of great shows, but they only last one season. Were y'all shocked that this show has gone so far for so long now?
Yes. we didn't know what the response would be, but it's all thanks to you guys. Like, you guys keep the show alive. So we just want to make you happy and are so humbled that we've been able to play these characters and have a journey and not just have it cut off after one season.
All right, and last thing I was wondering about, doing a show with a lot of, mature material, does it get awkward between, you and the other actors, or are y'all just so close now that you do a scene and you can look each other in the eye?
We're so close that at this point we've seen it all. We've seen each other at our worst. We've seen each other when we've been sick with strep throat, with like a giant fever, having to be on set. We've seen each other again at the highest highs and lowest lows because we've spent so much time together and so many years together. So now we just laugh about it. Like if someone has to be naked, we're like, oh, just another day at Lost Girl. Or if two characters have to like kiss and they've never kissed before, we're just like, hey, what's up? All right, let's do this.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Howdy again.
Hi.
I've been asked to ask you, are there any other side projects you are involved in at the moment, or are there any other projects that you would really like to do?
Yes, I'm involved with something right now, but I just can't talk about it yet. And of course, there's 5 million things I want to do. It would take me like 2 weeks to sit here and tell you. But I love film. I hope to do more film very soon. And just get a chance to, as much as I love Kenzie and will love her forever, but also experience different characters and stretch myself as an actor and an artist, because I like to keep growing and keep being challenged. So that's my number one kind of priority with my job.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
Will you be back for season?
I'm just going to sit here in silence and pretend you didn't ask that question. I'm so sorry.
The $1 million question.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So obviously, love you in Lost Girl. Also loved you in Black Swan, and you were the perfect evil wench. So we will invite you to come to the Renaissance Festival.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wait, yes. Corsets, okay. I'll bring my corsets. Thank you. Hi, oh my God, what an outfit. That's incredible.
Thanks. I was wondering, are Kenzie's eyes your real color?
Yeah?
That's sorry, that's amazing. Like,
Thank you. No, I'm kidding. I pop fake ones in every day.
well, like contacts. Like, that's what
No, all me.
Oh my God, I like dream about your eyes. I'm sorry, they're amazing.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Kenzie had some really emotionally intense scenes this season. How did you prepare for those, and how did you unwind from all that?
Sorry, what was the last part of that?
How did you unwind afterwards?
To be totally honest with you guys, about 2 weeks leading up to when we filmed Hale dying and that whole end part of the episode, it was really hard for me. I was just trying to prepare myself because I knew that it would be a couple of days of really heavy emotional work, and maybe the most emotional work that I've ever done because so much was on the line. So it was not fun, but it had to be done, and I don't know, I think maybe I went home and had a glass of wine because I was just torn apart after all of that. It was many hours of fighting and crying and just being as much in the moment, as we all could, to make it as real and heartfelt as possible, because I think felt like one of the most important moments we've ever experienced on the show. So it meant a lot to all of us. Thank you. Hi.
I asked this question to Dyson last year. What is the most awkward moment on set involving a sex scene, either with you or just while you were on set and somebody else was shooting?
I know, I've been lucky. I'm don't get it as bad as everybody else. Most awkward. I mean, like Kenzie and Dyson making out was weird. We were on set, we were like, are we on the same show? And everyone kind of around us, we were like, we rehearsed the scene and we block it, and the writers and the director, everyone kind of sat back and was like, well, block the scene, guys. And we were like, aren't you supposed to help us? And everyone was like, this is so weird. So Chris and I had a moment where we were like, we just need to do this, no matter how strange it feels. There is a scene, is it season? Yeah, there's a scene where Dyson is like chained up and he's totally naked in the Una Men's cave, and I had to like rub his body because I'm like undercover trying to save him, and I had to rub his body with some sort of loofah, and I just, you know, you have Chris's ass right in front of your face. All the ladies are like, yes, please. So again, all you can do in that moment is laugh and thank God we're all so comfortable with each other because, you know, it's someone's butt. And you're like, I gotta scrub you with a loofah. This is my job. This is what I'm paid for. My life is so hard right now.
Thanks. See you back in Canada.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
One of my favorite scenes is when you had the magic staff. How cool was that? Can you talk about that a little?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I did have blisters on my hand after that day, but it was totally worth it. And we have an amazing stunt team, so it took quite a bit of rehearsals just to figure out, because there were so many different pigs coming at me, and we really had to make it smooth and move well and use the space. So it took a lot of work, but I love doing stuff like that. I'm a very physical actor, so I always ask them to give me more stunt work and more fights. So it was really fun, and we had a really great director. So I'm happy with how it turned out.
It looked really good.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I have two questions. What has been your favorite line throughout Lost Girl, and how are you liking Texas?
I love Texas. I haven't seen much of Houston, but the hotel is great, and you guys have been lovely. Yeah, that's right. You owe yourselves a woohoo. My favorite line, oh God. Again, this is like the jelly bean thing. I think a classic is the regret is for suckers moment. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And if I could like do it again, we did like the Foot Locker thing again. Do you guys remember that? Like originally it was with Dyson, and then we repeated it in a season with Lauren. So I hope maybe we do like a remix of Regret is for Suckers. That'd be awesome.
I remembered a question. Speaking of you and Dyson, how much fun was the body swap episode, and you got to be Dyson, and how much fun was it to sit there and watch Chris be Kenzie?
Well, I always, anytime anyone asks me about this, I actually say that Chris finally got to be his real self. No, for real though. I was like, finally, you can just play you. It was really cool. I love a challenge, and that was definitely challenging. And I remember feeling like my back was hurting after we filmed that episode, and I was like, God, Chris, like, it takes a lot of work to be you. My God. Just like having that, you know, changing the entire way you stand and operate and talk. There was a really fantastic scene that unfortunately we couldn't film because we ran out of time like that day, and they had to cut something, and unfortunately it was a scene where I, as Dyson, go to the Ash's lair, and I have to like get past a security guard to go talk to the Ash, and Dyson realizes he's in Kenzie's body and tries to like use that to really terribly seduce this guard to like let him through, and it was such a funny scene, and I wish we would have done it, but you know, stuff like that happens. So all in all, it was a great time, and then I had to get a massage.
Is there any scene else like that that sticks out for you that you wish that you didn't do, that they wrote and you really, really wanted to do it and it
And
had
I
to
wish
get
I
cut.
didn't do it?
Or that they cut and that you never got a chance to do.
No, we've been pretty good. That's like the only real memory where I go, damn, I wish we would have done that scene. It would have been fun, yeah. Hi.
Hi. Welcome to Houston, first
Thank
of all.
you.
And so Lost Girl, they have a lot of supernatural creatures, obviously, and they have a very unique take on a lot of supernatural creatures. I guess what's your favorite creature that's been featured so far in the show? And if is there another supernatural creature that you'd like to see on the show that maybe hasn't been there yet?
What was the creature we had in or it wasn't the pilot, I guess it was episode 7, season 1, the one that attacks Bo in the bathroom, the Morag. I always mix it up with the Morrigan, the Morag. She was so evil and just so bad. I really enjoyed working with her. And I just love when we have creatures who kick our asses. One of my favorites, he wasn't really a creature, but remember like the guy with the one eye that Kenzie had to kiss to get information? He was a wonderful actor person, and I really put such a great comedic flair into that character. And in terms of who I would like to see, I don't know. There's so many. I don't know. We've had everybody from Evil Santa to.
I heard Time Lord over here. So.
Who?
Time Lord, Doctor Who.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I know that? Wait, what? Sorry, maybe I can't hear you.
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who, thank
Yeah.
you. Oh my God, I'm so deaf. I'm so deaf. Sorry, guys. Yes, Doctor Who. Let's do it. Hold on, I'll call their people.
Okay.
Just kidding. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
So Rick Howland is a songwriter. And
Yes.
So I was wondering, do you have any hidden talents or secret talents we don't know about?
No, I feel like you've seen them all. There's not much more mystery to me. You've seen me dance, you've seen me play the drums, you've seen me kick a little butt. What else can I do? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. All the mystery's gone. Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi.
I have two questions.
Okay.
One is going back to dance seasons and everything. How much did you enjoy doing the one with Rachel?
How much did I enjoy what?
The one doing with Rachel, the dance.
Oh, with Rachel. Oh, we felt like total tools, but it was awesome. We had a lot of fun. We also had to put a couple of rehearsals into that one. Yeah, and she was so hysterical and did such an amazing job, so I just had fun kind of watching from the side. I enjoyed watching her.
Second question, are you a soccer fan?
Am I a soccer fan? When the World Cup comes around, I'm like, ooh, I'm getting into this, but not. I'm not a real hardcore soccer fan. No.
Okay.
Thank you.
And you do know that the women's soccer, world soccer, is going to be in Canada, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, look at that. Thank you. Learn something new every day.
Is there anyone else? Sir,
Last call. Last call.
Did you play the drums before you ever were on Law School?
Yeah.
You were? You're
Yeah.
a drummer? Okay, I'm a drummer too.
Okay. Thank you.
I asked about that backstage.
He
and
did.
She wouldn't tell me.
He asked. I said the rumors were true, but that's all I can say. And I wish the project great success, and it was amazing to even be remotely associated with it. It was very awesome.
Anything else?
The most embarrassing for me? All right, I'm going to spill everyone's dirty laundry. That's true. Most embarrassing, oh God. I'm so terrible at these questions. I don't know. I mean, nothing like so severe happens. Again, I'm like not naked as much as other people, so I'm sure if you're like naked all the time, something embarrassing must happen. So I'm lucky. I've had to like lick Chris's face, which was just totally weird and awkward. I don't know if that's like embarrassing. I mean, I had to do it. It's part of my job. And I had a few spills when we were doing the tango, and we had, tons of extras around in the scene, and they're watching us, and they're supposed to be so excited. So when I fell a few times, that was embarrassing, but nothing so horrific. And if it probably was, I wouldn't tell you as much as I love you guys.
What is your acting background, pre-Lost Girl?
My acting background. Well, I grew up in a family of actors, so I would be put, in like a high chair in the wings, and apparently I was really annoying because they would be rehearsing on stage and they would hear, this squeaky little kid, and it was me trying to copy, what I was seeing on stage, what I was seeing my mother do and my aunt do, and even my grandmother directs a children's theater, so it's been in my family for a very long time, and I think I always wanted to do it. I grew up on a TV show. It was called RenegadePress.com, and for its time, I thought it was very innovative in that it dealt with a lot of issues that teenagers go through, so it was really amazing to be a teenager and to be a part of a show like that and kind of grow along with it. And yeah, I did my fair share of television and some film, and then Lost Girl came along.
Speaking of that, I put out a call earlier for on Twitter for questions, and one of them I got back was about your Lost Girl audition, and if you can remember what it was like to do that, and was it a scene that you eventually had to do for the show, or what was it like when you were actually doing it? If you could remember, what you were feeling when you went through that, and when they told you got the part.
I actually went through my computer a little while ago and found one of the tapes I did I was in Los Angeles at the time, and it was so weird all these years later to watch that audition tape, and it was the scene one of the scenes where when Bo and Kenzie walk into that warehouse in episode 7, and the vampire guy, whose name I can't remember at this very moment, is like hanging, and we come and we see him, and so it was really crazy to see that. And when I found out I got the part, I flew to Toronto and I did a chemistry test with Anna Silk, and we tell the story often. We met in the women's bathroom right before our test, and it was love at first sight under the ugly fluorescent lights. And I don't know, we just clicked. Sometimes people have a chemistry and it's unexplainable, and you click, and I guess that's what happened with us, and as they say, the rest is history.
Had she already been cast as Bo at that?
Can you hug Hal just in case we don't get to see it again?
Can I hug Al? Sure. Right now? Okay, let's do it.
Do they do that at the Buffy panel? I don't think so.
Hi.
Hi.
I have some questions from Twitter from
Sure.
other fans, and one of them wants to know, do you think Kenzie is Team Dyson or Lauren now? Through season 4?
From the abyss of hell.
Yes.
She's like, shit, I forgot to pick a team. Crap, I knew I forgot something. I think she's Team Dyson, but I don't know. Okay, if I have to pick a team, I'll pick Team Dyson.
Okay. I will. So this is from Kenzie's standpoint, right?
What's that?
It's from Kenzie's viewpoint, from Team Dyson.
From Kenzie's viewpoint?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's hard, and now I'm thinking like, If I have to, I guess. Well, yeah, because, her and Dyson have a special bond and have had, since day one. And they share this really intense moment before her ultimate death. And so I think, that's why, because they have a special bond and she can't betray him. So.
Okay, that's going to be my answer. So, and another one. What are you? Out of all the wigs that you've had, do you have a favorite?
The trailer trash wig.
The trailer trash wig. Okay.
I had black hair, so I was like, oh, it's fun to be blonde for a day.
It was nice.
Thank you.
Does the Team Dyson team with the shipping stuff ever make it on? Does that ever make it down onto to the actors? And how do you guys react to that? Even do you bring it on set even as a joke? Does anybody ever come in wearing?
Oh
a
yeah,
Team
there's
Dyson
like two
t-shirt?
gangs on set. The Dyson and the Lauren gang. No, we laugh about it all. There's so many teams nowadays. Like I can't keep up with Team Camden and Team. I like Kyson, Team Kyson, Dyson and Kenzie, and Team Hale and Kenzie. I don't know. I can't keep up with all the names, but there's so many teams. We lose track.
Okay, I have a question, but first I'm going to say I love you so much. I named my car after you. But my question, I don't know if it's already been asked, but it's due to some rumors that I read online about the upcoming Star Wars movies that they're making several of. I know that they were rumoring that they were kind of considering you for one of the roles. I know they're making like 7 movies, so is there any truth?
There is truth, but that's all I can say.
Under wraps, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, no one's ever asked me that before. You mean like, are we referring to like Bo's eyes? Oh, you just started a new war, buddy. Let it be known. Whoa. Well, obviously I gotta vote for my team. That would be shitty if I didn't vote for my own team. So, Team Blue Eyes.
I have a question from Twitter. How would you describe Kenzie's journey, the highs and lows from the beginning of season 1 and how that's changed through the end of season 4?
Wow. When we met Kenzie, she was just, a lone survivor and just, I think, really lonely and searching for, she didn't realize that she was searching for a family, but the stronger her and Bo's love grew, I think the more she realized what she was missing all along. And so that to her is turned into an unbreakable bond. And from there on, she did everything she could to love Bo and be loyal to her and to stand by her side no matter how afraid she was or how hard things got. And she would put her own life on the line. So I think she turned from, a thieving kind of scared girl who was super tough for her age and for who she was into a warrior in her own right. So I think that's been the journey, just turning into a warrior, and again, like I said, having purpose and feeling like she was doing something really important. Hello, sir.
Hey, I was just wondering how you felt the first time you walked onto some of the sets, like the tavern set, and got to see this world that they were creating for you to act in. How did it make you feel?
We have an incredible team of people who builds these sets and these worlds. So it's really nice, even after all these years, to walk on set. We read a new episode and then we go to the set and we haven't seen what the world looks like, and we're always really pleasantly surprised. And of course, it helps you get into the moment and get into the character and the story. And we have these 2 kind of warehouses that we work out of. And so they both have different sets, and we kind of travel back and forth from one to the other. And it's always a nice surprise. It's like a little gift every time to like walk into this new world.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey,
Hi.
I know sometimes when you go to these panels and you see people like out of their element, it kind of throws you off. But do you ever actually find yourself accidentally slipping into Kenzie when you don't mean to?
Oh yeah, all the time. Her humor especially. And I'll even have my family go like, "Stop joking, like you're like a trucker." And I'm like, "Sorry, I'm just, oh, wait a minute, I'm Ksenia, I'm not cool Kenzie." So yeah, totally. And I try to learn from her, and I just want to be as like brave and loyal and cool as she is. So I try to steal things from her. I hope she doesn't mind. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're almost running up at the end, so let me ask one last one.
Okay.
When you were coming towards the end of season 4, did you know what they had planned for the finale? Did they give you any hints, and how did you react? How did you feel when they started letting you know this is what the last episode of the season is going to be like?
I knew, and so so I really cherished every moment of that season because I knew where I was going, and it gave me a better idea of Kenzie's journey. And the last couple of weeks leading up to that, it was really sad. It felt like the end of a really major chapter of not only Kenzie's life, but my life as well. And I knew that, that things were going to be different from now on. So it was really interesting, but it was a really great bonding process. With all the other cast members who were super supportive, and we just wanted to, make sure the moments and the scenarios and the story were as real as possible. And so we really put our all into it. We really put our hearts into it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming to Houston. I hope you enjoyed it.
Have fun.